All right, greetings, citizens of the internet. I'm StaticBuzz, and this is going to be a nightly gaming news with StaticBuzz episode. This is going to be the first one. I'm hoping that everything goes right. It's hard for me to tell. Yeah, good. My voice is working on and the mic, so we're good. So I'm going to start this. This is going to be probably a rough episode. I'm going to sort out the format as we go along. This is episode 1 or show 1, whatever you want to call it. As we go along, I'll add more production value to everything. I had a hard enough time getting everything working the way it is right now. I will definitely expand upon it and as we go along, and it'll be muy bueno by the time I'm done. So hope you guys stick it out for that. Also, it's going to be important that everybody lets me know what segments they like and they want to see me do. And if there's any segments related to the news that you would like to see in the future, then let me know about that as well. I'm just going to put this forward on the first episode. This is going to be gaming news only. I'm going to try to keep ideology, religion, politics, philosophy, whatever you want out of this. It's going to be gaming and gaming only. So if you're tired of that other stuff dripping into your gaming, you won't get that here. At least the best that I can. There's going to be some, and even on this one, there's going to be some things that I have to at least mention ideology, but it's because that plays a part in the news. So I'll do my best to keep that out of everything. All right. So that being said, let's get into it. The gaming news for today, and since this is a Monday, it's going to be the gaming news for the weekend as well, because like I said, it's going to be weekdays, 7:30 p.m. Arizona time. And like I said, I'm going to sort out the format, sort out the intro, sort out all that stuff as we move forward. It's going to be a very fluid situation. So let's get into the news. So there's a bunch of teases going on right now. Konami and Atlas both tease games that are in the works, with Konami saying on Famitsu, new games for well-known series, and said in addition, new projects that we have yet to announce to you are also deeply and quietly underway. Please look forward to Konami's future announcements. So we've got some games coming from Atlas, which is the Persona series company. Hopefully it's Persona 6. We'll see. Konami, they make way too much for me to even gander what that could be. So it's kind of hard to say. Let's go to the next one, which would be this. Yeah, see, I'm still sorting out how to do all this because I'm doing it by myself, all by myself. So I don't have a producer or anybody like that to help me out. I'm flying solo. I'll do the best I can. I got to get my Steam Deck set up, all that good stuff. So anyways, there was another tease from a tweet from Tim Sweeney of Epic Games, and that one was this tweet that I'm about to show you here. And you can see here it says Tim Sweeney, and he's Tim Sweeney of Epic, says next year on OS. And then he shows a picture of Fortnite with 2023 and fireworks up in the background. So for you Fortnite fans, you will be able to play on iOS again in the near future, is kind of what he's hitting at. I'm not quite sure. We'll have to wait and see. It's going to be interesting if they get back on the platform and what that means, because there was a dispute over how much money Apple was taking, and that's why Epic took their game off. Because if you guys don't know, Steam charges, well, I don't know the exact amount anymore, but it used to be 30%, and then Epic came out, and what I mean charge is 30%. They charge, if you sold a game for $100, Steam would get $30. on their platform. Now, Epic Games, they did theirs when they came out, and they were 12 to 15%. I don't remember the exact amount, but it was something like that. So Epic was kind of upset at how much Apple was charging because they charged less than that, and they ended up in a dispute and took their game off. And I don't know whose final decision it was to do that, but it looks like maybe they're coming to an agreement of some sort. Be interesting to see who won. Did Epic buckle and say, okay, fine, we'll put it on there for what you guys want to charge us? Or did Apple buckle and say, okay, we'll put it on there for what Epic wants? Or did they kind of meet in the middle? We'll have to wait and see on that one. It'd be very interesting. All right, this next one is a video. It's kind of a teaser announcement. I don't want to get too much into it. We'll just roll the video and you guys can see. And hopefully that's not too loud. Let me turn it down a little bit. I guess I should let it finish just in case there's anything. Nope. Yeah. All right. So you guys that are Payday fans, which I've never really played a Payday game. Maybe I should. It's a heist game. I know when I play Grand Theft Auto, I really like the heist part of it. So maybe I should check out Payday, or at least look into it. I don't know if it's more of a multiplayer or single player, or if you can do both. But I guess I should kind of look into it and see how that goes, how that plays out. And let's see here. I'm still having some technical difficulties trying to get everything up. So that was Overkill Software. They proclaimed that this is the year of Payday 3, and they had the short teaser video. Like I said, if you're a Payday fan, you're probably getting excited about that. So that'd be good for all the Payday fans. Another bit of news is Mistwalker Corporation, makers of Fantasian and Lost Odyssey. Lost Odyssey was a great game on the 360. I love that game. They're working on a new RPG, and in an article on Famitsu, I'm going to probably say this name all wrong, Hironobu Sakaguchi said, I have started writing a scenario for a new work. Though the title is still undisclosed, it will be a dark fantasy. So we know it's an RPG because they said that much in the Famitsu article, article because it's a website. But yeah, so he's talking about making a new scenario for new work. So he's coming up with a story, a dark fantasy. Should be good. If you don't know who Hironobu is, he worked on Final Fantasy and a bunch of other games for Square Enix before he moved on and became part of the Mistwalker Corporation. And yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It ought to be pretty good. The Fantasian game, I didn't play that one. I can't really say much about that. I did watch a video on it. It looked kind of interesting, but we'll have to see how that all turns out. So that's pretty much it for the news today. It's really been kind of a slow week because it's the New Year's and all that good stuff. And being as such, being the New Year, I'm going to go over I can't even talk right now. 2023, I'm going to kind of go over a review of everything that happened in 2023 gaming-wise. And this is not in chronological order, but this is kind of the stuff that happened. Google Stadia goes under, basically. They closed. Google put all kinds of money into Stadia, and I don't think that many people used it, so they basically had to shut it down. And yeah, there's not really much to say about that. I had high hopes for Stadia because I like streaming services if they work well. I know the Xbox cloud gaming works really well, and I use it a lot on my Steam Deck, so I know that it's doable. It's just Stadia didn't do it right. Whatever they did, it wasn't right. So hopefully somebody can take lessons from what Stadia did, and if they move forward with their own gaming cloud platform, then they'll do a better job. And you would think that Google would, they should know the hardware and everything, but they just don't know the gaming side of it, I would say. That's probably why they failed. They didn't have any exclusives, none that I know of, none that would have made me want to go over there. And they really didn't have that great of deals on games. And if they did, it was games that I already had and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, that's kind of what went down there. All right, so the next story is G4 shuts down. So G4 TV, if you guys don't know what it was, a gaming channel on YouTube that was huge when I was growing up and watching, videos on games and stuff. They had all kinds of fun shows and interesting ways of talking about games and stuff. And they closed down for a bit, and then they reopened and started again, I think either at the beginning of 2022 or the end of 2021. I'm not sure on that part of it. But then, this is where I don't want to talk about ideology, but their ideology kind of came into play, and they let some of their hosts talk about their ideology, and in doing so, they bashed their community. That's the only way you can word it and it make any sense. One of their hosts basically attacked the community, and there was a backlash. And it wasn't long after that they started, maybe a month, that they started firing people. And then they had several waves of that. And then eventually they just shut down. And I'm kind of sad about that because I really liked G4 TV. And I wish that they would have been successful. But I don't think that you can have an ideology and attack your community and the people that are keeping you afloat, your audience, and expect to do well. It's just not going to be good. And like I said, I'm not going to talk about what the ideology was, but if you want to go and you could find videos on it there, you could just Google G4 TV shuts down or goes under or something, and you'll probably find it. All right, another big story that I don't know a lot of people saw was the GTA 6 video leaks. There was a video that came out. Well, let me go back. Let's backtrack. So in February, the community update. In a community update, we got GTA 6 is well underway message, and haven't gotten much since that, except for the leaked video. So we haven't gotten really anything about GTA 6, and this leaked video comes out, so everybody was all over it. It was obviously early development. A lot of people were criticizing it, but I didn't really get much from it other than it was early development. It looked like testing videos to test whatever, maybe animations or how certain things worked and in the game feature-wise or whatnot. But it obviously didn't have the polish and finish that you would expect a Rockstar game to have. So a lot of people were bashing it. The leaked video was pulled down, put up, pulled down, put up. I actually watched a portion of it. I skipped through it just to see what everybody was talking about. And yeah, it looked like a rough early development video of GTA 6. And I don't take it as that's what GTA 6 is going to look like. It's probably going to look nothing like that at the end of development when it's ready to go. So anybody who'd watched the video and is kind of worried, I wouldn't worry. Rockstar's got a good track record of releasing top quality games. They don't really have games that come out with lots of bugs or anything like that. Even their online stuff like GTA Online, Red Dead Online, and that kind of stuff, for the most part, there really wasn't a whole lot of bugs. Yeah, there was standard stuff, but nothing that was game-breaking, at least none that I'm aware of. So I think we'll be all right when GTA 6 is finally announced and we get hopefully a video, and hopefully that happens this year and it comes out next year. But GTA games nowadays are huge, and I'm not holding my breath for a 2024 release. Maybe 2025. We'll see. All right. This next one is probably one that most of you have heard about. If not, then you're going to hear about it now. So, Microsoft's Activision Blizzard King acquisition. It was announced in January. Microsoft was going to buy Activision Blizzard King for I forget the amount. A lot of money. I should have probably put that down in there. Microsoft Blizzard acquisition. $68.7 billion is what they're trying to buy it for. Now, I say trying to buy it because right now they're in a fight with the FTC about buying it because Sony, this is a little bit of speculation on me. Sony has pushed back a lot on this. They're worried about Call of Duty not being on their platform and Microsoft pulling it off their platform, putting it on Game Pass, and shifting the focus of gamers over to the Xbox. And I think Sony has pushed back a lot on it, and they've said things like, well, Microsoft is raising the price of games, or they could raise the price of games. Well, Sony already did that. They could put it on Game Pass. Who cares? It's their game. If they wanted to do that, they could do that, and they could still sell it on your platform. So Microsoft has gone as far as with Nintendo for the Switch, signing a 10-year deal that they will bring Call of Duty to the Switch. I don't even know how well it will run on the Switch, but they made a deal with it that they will put it on the Switch. They made a deal with Steam, or they did make a deal. I don't know if the deal was actually signed, but I think it was Gabe Newell that basically said there's no need to sign a deal. Microsoft has a track record. If they say they're going to do something, they're going to do it. So if they say they're going to bring it to Steam for 10 years, then he feels confident they'll bring it to